talks. So if you just say something, Shelley.
Yeah, I think you can mute all of us, but
Okay.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, okay. But if you talk, then apparently then you jumped forward on my screen. Okay. Yeah. Good deal. Well, welcome. We at this kind of first go around, it looks to me like we're going to have like 40 minutes, so I'm going to try to get going here as quickly as possible, and then we'll just be on our way. There we go. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Kevin. I've never done this, but I know how it works.
Yeah, well, we're all kind of learning. So I'm just going to get going. Hi, Michelle. I'm just going to get going. I think that my experience in doing this from from home, but for a studio, was I think it'll be better if you have your mat longwise, facing this way. So you've got the short end of the mats out here, and we'll just kind of swivel now and then. But I think it'll be easier for your observation as well as practicing. So.
A video.
So for everybody's info, and I don't know, maybe is it just me? If somebody else speaks, do you hear them?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can hear other people talk.
Okay, all right. So.
And then it switches over when people talk, usually.
Yep, yeah, I can see that. So you're my front and center right now, Michelle. Okay, so that's okay. So let's just go ahead with it, okay? So welcome. I'm going to have a seat here. Invite you to do the same. Can you see and hear me fine enough?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'd like to just follow up with one of the things I wrote to you about Friday was it's the Equinox. And of course, that's just slightly behind us, and so already we're growing towards brighter and brighter light. These are certainly challenging times, but I'd like to think that in the best of ways, that while we are all probably going to experience some heartache and some discomfort for sure, hopefully we will also have a chance to really rally and find some of the best parts of what it is to be a good human being. So in the spirit of the equinox, which is a balance, it's like the universe, if you will, pushing us towards maybe a greater balance. And sometimes we might go kicking and screaming into things, but perhaps this gives us an opportunity to just have to step up and find some richer, deeper, holier place in each of us. So let's begin that with a breath. A breath is always a calming, a holy thing. Feeds each of us. Might take some small consolation in knowing that this virus is not an airborne virus. We can breathe in rather freely as long as someone isn't sneezing or coughing around us. We're good. And then I want to invite you for the spirit of the equinox, which is about balance, equal night, day. To invite a little Nadi Shodhana breath into your practice this morning or this afternoon. If you take the right hand, thumb onto the right nostril, index or ring finger onto the left nostril. We'll keep the left side open. It's the feminine side, the side of peace. Let's close off the right and inhale through the left. Closing the left off, open up the right and exhale right. Inhaling through the right. Close it off. Exhale through the left. Inhale left. Close it off. Exhale right. Follow that through a few more rounds. Around to that last one. Allow your hands just to come down to your lap or placing one hand on top of the other. Whatever feels right for you. Breathing in deeply, fully. Let's lift up our arms. We're going to draw that equilibrium, that equinox together right up there at the top. Pressing the palms together, lifting up a little higher. Then slowly let the left hand come right down beside you. Turn the gaze up towards the upper right hand and then take that arm right over your head. Reach it up again. Breathe up with the inhalation. Reach the right arm up, gazing upward. Fold the right arm back over the head to the left on the exhalation. Now breathe into the right rib cage, wide open, expanding. Inhale, let's lift up both arms again. Extend all the way up. Lengthen. Then let that right hand float down beside you. Turn the gaze to the upper left hand and fold the left arm over your head. Inhale, take the arm back up. Extend up, looking upward. Exhale, take the arm back over the head. Inhale, we'll take the arms back up again. And then exhale, just drop them right there beside you. Let your chin come down toward your chest for a moment. Sweep the arms up. Let the hands come onto the back side of the head and a gentle pressure on the back side of the head. Release the hands from the back of the head. Sweep them back around to your waist and then gently lift the head up. Let's take our bodies and swivel it back around now and lay yourself down onto your mat. As you come on down, we could grab a hold of the back side of the legs, roll our back down onto the mat, and bring the knees with you and squeeze them on in. Releasing that, just keep the left knee towards you here. Press out through the right leg. That leg can extend down the mat. Press out through the extended right heel. Let's draw that left knee in towards us right now, a little bit deeper. Inhale, release it, let it spring up. And then exhale, bring it back in. And then go ahead and work your foot there, hovering above you at the ankle. Swirl it around. Back one way and then back the other. When you complete that, go ahead and drop the left foot right down onto the right thigh. Let the arms fall out to the side in wings or little cross formation. And then on the next exhalation, drop that left knee over to the right and let your gaze roll over to the left. And inhale that knee back to center again. And then folding the leg, the right leg now, slide the left foot onto the outside edge here of your, or not the outside edge of your left foot onto the right thigh. Reach up, let the left hand come through that little keyhole there. Right hand around the outside and give it a little squeeze and figure 4. And then releasing that, stretch the right leg back out. Let that left foot slide to the outside or the inside of your right thigh. Arms can fall to the side. And note here that your body now is kind of in a tree formation. Maybe the tree that you don't normally get to when you're standing because it's a little bit more uncomfortable to pull that leg all the way up to the inner thigh. But here you can do it in a supine position. Press out to the extended right heel. Really feel like you're standing up. Even swing the arms back up behind you. Into a taller tree. Pressing out, lengthening through that right heel as the arms extend out. Then swing the left arm back down and gently place it on the inner thigh and just a little gentle pressure for a little more opening in that groin and hip. Release that, bring the knee back up, stretch the left foot down or left leg down the mat, press out through the left heel as the right leg now springs back towards you. And then with your hands on the shin or the knee or in the fold of the leg behind the knee, squeeze the right knee in towards your chest. Inhale, release that pressure. Exhale, squeeze it back down. And then let's work the right foot at the ankle, circle it about 10 times or so. Squeezing the toes, flexing the foot as you circle it. And back the other way. When you complete those circles, then we'll drop this right foot onto the left thigh. Arms back out to the side. Inhaling here as you exhale, twist that right leg. Let it fall over to the left. Gaze is over to the right. Creating a little more twist through the body. Inhale the knee back up. Bend, settle the outside edge of your right foot onto the left thigh. Bend the left leg at the knee. Bring it up towards you. Scoop that right arm into the little picture hole there, or keyhole rather. And then with the left arm wrapped around, you can squeeze that into a figure 4. So for all of you, what I'm looking at, when I look at my screen, I'm seeing Carl Mann's name on there. Is that true for you all?
Mm-mm. No, that's
No? Okay. Are you seeing what you would prefer to be seeing?
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. All right. Okay, let's let that foot come right back down onto the mat then. The left foot. And then slide the leg back down, slip the sole of your foot to the inner left thigh. Let the arms come out to the side again. Come back to our supine tree pose. Press out through that extended left heel. Sweep the arms up like you're letting your tree grow from this position. Allow that sole of the right foot to kind of touch in and press against the leg and let the leg push over against the foot like you would if you were standing. And then swing the right arm down, gently place it there on the inner right thigh, a little extra pressure, opening up hip and groin. Sweep the left arm back down along the side now, bring the right knee upward. We're going to draw that up and grab a hold of the right knee with your left hand. You could lift your head off the mat here too. Now if you would like a little bit more energetic work for core, then let's lift up the left leg as well off the floor. So you've got the left heel off the floor, the head is off the floor, the right hand or the left hand is holding the right knee tucked in. And then the right hand can go all the way back behind you, elevated as well. You should feel that in the core. All right, just switch it up. Bend the left leg at the knee, the right arm drops back to catch the left knee, the left arm falls back. The right leg extends and it can be elevated. And now go with the breath. Inhale, press. Inhale, switch. Exhale, press. Inhale, switch. Exhale, press. And one. Inhale, switch. Exhale, press. Inhale, draw the right leg back up now. Keep the head elevated. Draw the head in towards the knees. Slowly lower the head back down to the mat. Cross the feet at the ankles. Slip your hands there behind your knees. If it feels like it won't be right for your back this afternoon to roll up into a spinal rock, then just roll onto your side and bring yourself up to a seated position. I'm going to invite you, though, when we come up, to come right up onto our feet. So as you're doing a spinal rock here, then open the feet back up, push forward, let the hands push your bottom off the mat, and roll right up into a squat position. Then we're going to step right back with the left foot behind you into a long lunge here. Press back through that heel. Good stretch down the back of down the leg through the heel. Inhale, let's step that left foot forward, and then press right back out through the right leg. Do a long lunge here, pressing back to the heel, let the hips sink down. Then inhale the hips back up a little bit here, and let's slide that left foot back underneath us. We'll come back into a plank pose. Good deep inhalation here in our plank, and then start to lift up the hips on the exhalation into a downward facing dog. Now as we come into this first down dog, you can soften one knee and press the opposite heel down, pedal the feet back and forth. That would be wonderful. Feeling that, press over one hip to the other. And then inhale the hips upward and high again, a little bit more forward. Then exhale, press the heels down and lift yourself up into a downward facing dog, trying to find that good lift from the earth, drawing up through your arms, shoulder up to your bottom, up to the hips here. Then on the exhalation, really pressing energetically the heels down a little bit more deeply. Then begin to walk your feet, or your hands rather, towards your feet. So you come all the way to the back of the mat into a standing forward fold. Once you get here, if your knees want to softly bend, that's absolutely fine. Don't feel like they've got to be hyperextended. Just let there be a little softness here. Let the weight of your body and energy of gravity pull you down and just deepen this nice stretch down the backside. Whatever tensions, whatever stresses, we all are carrying them on some level or another. Some more conscious than others. Let your body hang out here like you're just draining it out. Let it flow out. Then we'll take a nice inhalation, sweep the arms up in a reverse swan dive. We'll come up into extended mountain and let the hands sink down into the heart. Right there. All right, so if you find yourself at the back of the mat, that'd be wonderful. What we're going to try to do is just play with a Warrior 3 pose. And we've done this a variety of times before. Well, I have with some of you. I'm not really certain who's there. So, but I suspect you've done this. So what I'd really like you to think about is you've got this mat, and you know, sometimes we're stepping out there into this environment and it feels kind of tenuous or uncertain. This mat is a place of safety for you. And then allowing yourself to really stand and find balance, coming back to, again, that theme of the equinox, of seeking balance. And that's what we need right now. We need to be listening to what information we need to hear, but maybe there's so much more that's just can send you into a tizzy. It's not necessary. Find some balance right here on your mat. So what we're going to do, we're going to step our way through. If you bring your hands to the heart, all we're going to do is lift up on an inhalation. It's going to be all flowing with the breath. So the first one won't be very flowing, but we'll get there. We'll inhale up with the arms, and as you inhale those arms up, just step your left foot right, literally one foot not directly in front of, but literally 1 foot forward. Then, as you do that, feel yourself step into that left foot. Feel grounded. Feel yourself anchored there. That's where the inhalation is all going to be, that movement. Then on the exhalation, you're going to start to kick that right leg back behind you. If you feel comfortable with that, let the arms extend out into Warrior Three. We'll hold there for a breath. Then you'll inhale the arms back up. That's going to draw the right leg back in right beside that left foot. And then exhale the hands down to the heart. Now we'll go to the right foot. So you'll inhale the arms up. Step the right foot just a little bit forward. Feel yourself rotate the weight of your body into that right foot. Feel anchored and grounded. Inhale, or as you exhale then, start to fold out into Warrior Three. And inhale and exhale there for that one breath, just feeling yourself, finding balance. It feels nervous and tenuous. This is our life right now, isn't it? Inhale, draw the arms back up, settle that left foot in beside the right, hands together, and exhale down to the heart. Inhale, going right back at it. It's a series of 3 here, and then step the left foot forward. Anchor, ground yourself into the left foot. Exhale, let the right leg swing back. Let the arms spill forward. Beautiful work. Just keep working that. Hold on. 1 breath. Then inhale. We'll lift the arms upward. The foot settles in. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, the arms lift up. The right foot steps forward just a little bit. Anchor into that right foot. Exhale, fold. Balance. It's what we seek always, every day. Now we've got an effort to go for it here on the mat. Inhale, the arms up. Foot steps in. Palms together. Exhale to the heart. 1 more set. Inhale, arms up. Left foot steps forward. Anchor into it. Feel it. Take the weight on. And then exhale, fold forward. Warrior Three. Try to find that extension out through the fingertips, through the back heel. Inhale, draw the arms back up. Right foot steps in beside the left. Exhale, hands to the heart. You might be, ideally, like 1 foot away from the edge of your mat. So that's the next step. Inhale, lift up the arms. Step that right foot forward. Anchor into it. Exhale, fold. Lengthen on out. Press out through the heel. Extend through the arms. Inhale, let's lift these arms back up, draw the foot back in, exhale, hands to the heart. And now what I'm going to invite you to do, right up here at the front of your mat, let's go right into a nice flow that is a combination of a moon salutation and a sun salutation. We're going to let that moon represent the night, the sun represent the day, and we want balance here, so we're going to blend the 2 of them together into a nice little flow. Let's enjoy this. Celebrate the life that you've got pulsing through you right now. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, fold the body over to the right into a standing crescent. Nice stretch along that whole left side of your body. Breathe into the left rib cage. Then inhale, the arms back up. Exhale, take the body over to the left now. To a standing crescent here to the left side, opening up your right side of your body. Breathe into the right rib cage. Inhale that back up, back to extended mountain. Exhale, just a soft back bend. Gaze can go slightly upwards. Inhale, then bring it back to center again. And on the exhalation, step your left foot back behind you just a little bit, so you should be facing. There you go. All right. So you open your feet up. We're going to a goddess pose here, so we don't want our feet too wide apart. We want when we bend the knees for them to come right over the ankles. So as you come into this 5-star, inhale here, exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips straight down into goddess. Lovely pose of strength, standing ground, feeling balance. You could even open up the hands, float the palms upward like you're holding that balance of the sun and the moon feminine and the masculine, light and dark, right here in our bodies. Then inhale, let's draw right back up again. Open the feet up a little bit wider. Let the heels and the toes be in alignment with each other. Arms are kind of out here at 45-degree angles, so we push our bottom back. We're going to fold right down into a wide leg forward fold. The hands will meet up on the ankles or the shins. Crown of the head can bow towards the earth. Wherever you can get your hands gripping on, it might be your knees or your calves, your ankles, or your outside edge of your feet. Pull yourself down. Then try to let the hands come off the feet and layer the hands facing, the palms facing up, one hand on top of the other. Got this lovely circle of the moon right here in our arms. We're going to lift that up. Stretch the arms out. Come into a neutral spine. The palms are down right now, but flip them up and push the hips forward and rise up with the arms circling overhead, the moon rising above you, fingertips touch, and then exhale, swing it back down and hold it right there at the waist. Now turn your right foot straight down the mat. Left foot behind you is heels are engaged with each other, but maybe, and that foot's pointing out or maybe at a 45, just not more than that. Open up the arms, reach the right arm out over that right foot, lengthen out, and exhale, come into triangle. Gaze to the upper left hand. Right hand can rest on a shin. If you've got a block, I'd offer you one, but it wouldn't do you any good. All right, inhale that right back up. We're going to try to rotate the hips forward now. Step off of this back foot and come right back into an extended mountain. Lift it right on up. Inhale there. On the exhalation, now let your body sweep all the way down to a standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up to neutral spine. Press through the tail, reach out to the crown. Exhale, fold. Inhale here in your standing forward fold. On the exhalation, step the left foot back behind you again. But now into a lunge, but go ahead and rotate your back left heel in, toes out. And then if you've got a block, you could use a block here to just start to walk yourself back a little bit. Try to tuck that knee in. Come to a pyramid, a head to knee pose, bowing the head towards that knee. If you've got a block, you could set it way out here in front and just extend the arms to it. Then we're going to rotate that back foot forward again. Hands back alongside the front right foot. Inhale, lifting up the hips. Exhale, slide that right foot back underneath you so you come back into a plank pose. So you'll notice we're joining with the intent here is to join some sun salutation and moon salutation. This is part of the sun now we've slipped into. So we're in our plank pose. We're going to sweep that right into the flow of a cobra. So a good deep inhalation here. Exhale, drop knees, chin and chest. Keep your elbows tucked in and let the body sweep up into that lovely wave crashing to the shoreline of life of cobra. Lower the body back down, curl the toes behind you, press the hips back and up into downward facing dog. You need to make some adjustments with your hand and foot placement, do that, or want to pedal the feet. Just know that you always got that opportunity to just keep things fresh and loose within your own body. Then planting into that left foot, let's inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. And on the exhalation, sweep that foot forward to the front of your mat. Take a moment as always, check your alignment. Front knees right there over the ankle, back foot is pointed forward. So you got an option here. One is just drop the back knee. We're going to try to take this into a crescent lunge. So dropping that back knee, or keep it elevated. Hands could come up onto the front knee to make sure you got your balance, or maybe you're confident with that. Sweep it right on up into a crescent lunge. On the next exhalation, sweep the hands back down to the inside of this right foot. Rotate both feet to the long edge of your mat again. Keep the right knee bent, left leg straight down the mat, and then just lengthen down that left leg, getting a little extra interior stretch there. Then go ahead and rotate the hips and the feet back to the front of your mat again. Down on the right side there. Press off that back foot. Step it forward. But let's come into a little squat. Actually, I should have done that on that side. We'll get back to that. We'll do a better job of that next time. Come to a squat pose there. If you can get yourself with your feet down, that's the ideal. A block here can be of help though if you can't really do that. Want to get that extension, opening up hips and groin, that's fine too. Just use a block there. It can be purposeful as well. Okay, so once you're at the front there, we'll do that little squeeze, then the hands back down onto the mat. Walk your feet forward or together again, and then let's rise up. Reverse swan dive, palms meet, exhale to the heart. All right, let's work for balance again. The other side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, crescent over to the left. This one go a little bit more with the breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, soft back bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, step that left foot back behind you again. Open right back up so that we're facing one another once again. We're going to come back to goddess. Inhale here in the 5-star. Exhale, drop down into goddess. Keep the spine straight. Keep the hips dropping straight down. Knees extending out over the ankles. Maybe lift the arms out with the palms facing up. Reach the arms out like you are helping, supporting one another from afar. We're keeping our distance, but we're still sending out some good energy to one another. Inhale, let's lift it right back up. Open the feet back up. Again, a little wider. Exhale, push the bottom back, fold into a wide leg, forward fold. Hands can touch down wherever they get to. And then sweep the hands now back underneath your head. Palms facing up, holding the moon. Inhale, rise up. Let the fingers touch all the way up at the top there. Hold the moon above you. Exhale, sweep it back down to the waistline. Inhale, open up the arms and take now the left foot straight down the mat, looking out towards the left. Exhale, fold into triangle. Gaze can go to the upper hand. Inhale, lift up the body, rotate towards that extended left leg right now. Sweep the arms and pull yourself right up to an extended mountain on this side. Inhaling, lifting up, exhale, come down to a forward fold. Inhale, rise up, neutral spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale in your forward fold. Exhale, step your right leg back behind you into a nice lunge here, but drop that right heel in, toes are out. Start to tuck the left knee in and draw your head towards the knee. So I'm looking at my time here. We might just clip out at 40 minutes. I don't know. I will keep going. If it looks like we lose out on each other, hey, I'm enjoying the heck out of this. I'll make this work a little bit better as we continue. But thanks for joining me today. If we lose out. All right, keep that head in. Now let's turn that back heel straight. Inhale the hips up and exhale, slide your left foot back underneath you into plank. Setting up for our vinyasa right into cobra. Good deep inhalation here. As you exhale, drop knees, chin and chest, and let your body roll all the way through and out. Lowering body as you inhale, curling toes, pressing hips back, lifting up as you exhale, downward facing dog. Anchored into that right foot, inhale, lift up the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, pull that foot forward to the front of your mat. Again, you can drop the back knee, you can bring the hands to the front knee, or sweep the hands off and rise up into a crescent lunge. Sweep the hands on the next exhalation to the inside of that leg. Rotate the feet so they're towards the long side of the mat. Bend into the left knee. Keep the right leg straight down the mat. Then you can slide that right foot closer to you and find your squat pose here just on the long side of the mat. Elbows tuck in, palms together. Lift up through the crown, press the elbows into the inner thigh or knees, palms together, rising up. And then we'll bring our hands back to the earth, kind of shuffle ball the feet back underneath you there. Inhale, let's rise up. Palms meet. Exhale to the heart. So again, I'm going to just continue here, assuming that maybe this might go on. I just don't know. I've got 37 minutes on the clock right now. So you make sure if we cut out, you take some time to get on that mat and do a reasonable Shavasana. I'd have a lovely poem for you. I'll maybe send that out if we get cut off. All right, what I'd like to continue to do is just one more little playfulness here with that spirit of balance in us. Let's sweep the arms up into a sun breath, but as you do, lift up onto the toes and the balls of your feet like you would into a palm tree pose. And then on the exhalation, sweep the arms back down, let the heels come to rest back onto the mat, just as a sun breath. As the arms rise up, inhale up onto the toes and the balls of the feet. Palms meet, turn out, exhale as the arms come down, slowly let the heels come down as well. Bring the hands right into the heart. Rotate that left heel over onto the right ankle. You could keep it there, of course, as always. You could put it on a block. You could set it on your calf. You could bring it up to your thigh. Find your drishti, that point of attention, the place that you can keep your gaze fixed on. And we'll inhale the arms up. Let that tree grow. Once up, exhaling, let the right arm come forward and the left arm drop behind you. Just challenging the balance, because this is the world that we live in. It's a balance challenge every day. Inhale the arms back up. Exhale, see if you can take the left arm forward, the right arm back. Holding that balance there in your tree. Inhale. And if you're not able to maintain the balance all the way through, know that you are in wonderful company. Exhale, let's drop the hands right back down to the heart. Settle that foot back down onto the mat. Just even drop the hands beside you. And just feel the energy of your own body. That one leg, the right leg now, maybe buzzing just a little bit more. Let's inhale right back up with the sun breath into our palm tree, lifting up. Palms meet. Turn out, exhale, back down. And one, inhale, rise up. Turn the palms out, exhale, float them back down. And then let them rise right up to your heart. Shift the right heel over onto the left ankle. Find your drishti. Lift up the foot, maybe onto the calf or onto a block, or just keep the toes down or into the inner thigh. Inhale, let the arms rise up, the tree grows. Balance will be challenged. Winds change. Drop that left arm in front of you, right arm behind you. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, left arm behind you, right arm in front. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, sweep the arms around to the outside and palms together. So I just got clipped off on the Zoom, so you're still here. We could finish this practice this way. One of the ways that we can release ourselves is just to laugh. Laughter is a wonderful release. It often feels a little bit silly, and maybe if you're all alone like I am right here on this mat right now, it'll feel even sillier, but you know what? Nobody's watching, right? So let's bring it on up. Inhale up into that palm tree one more time. We're going to just invite some laughter into this. So we were kind of playing with the arms this way, but now let's take the body and we're going to swirl it, but force some laughter. Just think of something funny and it's a kind of fake laughter of some sort, but if you get your brain into it enough, you'll find I can laugh my way down. We bring ourselves down with laughter rather than bringing ourselves down with fear. It's a much better way to go down. All right, let's lay our bodies down onto the mat here. The world has kind of turned us upside down. I'm going to invite that here before you go into Shavasana, just to let yourself roll back and sweep your body right on up into a shoulder stand. So you want to make sure that you've got elbows tucked in alongside you, palms ready to catch your bottom and sacrum there. So it's a little energetic movement. It happens in the core, happens under this underside of the arm. Just thrust the legs up, push in to this side of your arm. Use the core, lift your body up. Then the hands can get a hold of your small of your back. Create a nice flipped tree here, if you will. You play with that. Once you're up, you might open up the legs. We had a wide leg forward fold. How about a wide leg stood on its head? We did a wide leg head to knee. How about a wide leg head to knee on our back? Or flipped around. We could take ourselves over into a half plow or lift it up higher and just play. And at some point there, go ahead and bend the knees. Hands are on the back side again. Don't let your body slam down. Just a gentle roll into it. And once your body is down, let the arms come alongside the body. You might windshield wiper the legs a little bit here. Find what else you might need. Let the legs float back towards you. Hands gently on the shin or the knees and guide them around in circles. And then slip the arms inside the legs. Grab a hold of your big toes with your index, middle finger, and thumb. Come into a happy baby pose. And here, of course, you can rock that happy baby to the side, back and forth. And then when you're ready, releasing the toes, let the feet come back down onto the mat. And again, a little gentle twist here. Feel like there's something else in your body that needs a little bit more attention. Go ahead and give it that. And then I'd invite you to slip the feet down the mat. Let the hands come alongside the body. Lower the gaze or close the eyes. And if you need something, I can't get it for you. I'm sorry about that, but maybe you've got a pillow or something else you want to slip in underneath your legs there. A nice extra lift. Something over your eyes. It's very bright in here. It's lovely to see that sun and bright blue sky today, but might be just nice for your Shavasana to cover the eyes a little bit. And while you're laying there, I'd like to share a poem. Poem by one of my favorite modern poets, David White, whom I always find so accessible. It's called 10 Years Later. Kind of speaks a little bit to this time that we are in, but also to the balance of things. It's the cycle of life. " called 10 years later. When the mind is clear and the surface of the now still, now swaying water slaps against the rolling kayak, I find myself near darkness, paddling again to Yellow Island. Every spring, wild flowers cover the gray rocks. Every year, the sea breeze ruffles the cold and lovely pearls hidden in the center of the flowers, as if remembering them. I touch alone. A calm and lonely, trembling beauty that frightened me in youth. Now, their loneliness feels familiar. One small thing I've learned these years: how to be alone. And at the edge of aloneness, how to be found by the world. Innocence is what we allow to be gifted back to us once we've given ourselves away. There is one world only, the one to which we gave ourselves utterly, and to which one day we are blessed to return. I invite you to wiggle your fingers and toes. Begin to turn your wrists and ankles in and out. Let those movements kind of moving from one side over to the other be a kind of simple act of balance there on your back. As that moves up through arms and legs, eventually slide the legs up the mat, the knees pointing towards the ceiling. You might want to sway there, might want to just be still. And then eventually, shifting your hips to one side, let your body roll over onto the other. And when you're ready, press out through the extended upper leg, push off of that top arm, lift your body up into a seated position where your gaze might be lowered or your eyes even closed. And then lifting your hands off of your legs or wherever they are on your lap, palms facing up like you're holding the balance of your own life right there in your hands. Let's draw that together. Pull the palms together, gentle, vigorous rubbing of the hands together. And then place the palms of your hands over your lowered gaze or your closed eyes. It is the spring, a time of rejuvenation, new possibility, we are facing some new possibilities in our lifetime like we have never experienced before. Can we find some balance through this new struggle, through this new challenge? That can happen here on our mats. It can happen in our minds and hearts by just putting one foot forth each day, living each moment for what it is, a wonderful gift. So as you open up your eyes and lower the hands that are holding this balance right there, I'm very grateful that you brought yourself to the mat today, shared some practice together. Light in me looks out there into the universe of things, feels the light shining right back at me. So grateful for the chance I've had to share a practice with another. Namaste.